Hey guys. Okay, so this is what we're working with this morning. Slept in a ponytail, didn't do anything with it yesterday. So it's pretty, it's wearable, but I have to go to work, so I have to look like I know what I'm doing when it comes to hair. So what I decided to do today is show you guys like a quick little mini tutorial on how to round brush your own hair. I think I want to wear it like really straight today. So that's what we're gonna do. So the first thing I like to do is, if my hair were wet, I would do concentrator off and giant circles to get my root dry. So I'd go all the way around my head, basically just doing crazy giant circles to get my roots dry. And then when I was ready to pick up my brush, when my hair is like 90% dry, I'll put my concentrator back on. So that's what this is for. It's to concentrate airflow and be able to get it where you want it to go. So, second thing I'm gonna do is part my hair into 3 sections. So let's see, I'll start with this top. This is what I will call my mohawk section. So it's basically from what us hairdressers will call recession to recession. So it's this kind of like horseshoe shaped section in the middle of my head. Then I'm going to part from ear to ear. You can use clips, you can use hair ties, whatever works for you, whatever you guys have on hand. Okay, then I'm basically going to split this bottom section into 2. I'm going to come in with my round brush. So my dominant hand to hold my blow dryer in is my right hand. I'm going to come in with my blow dryer on top, concentrator on, and round brush underneath. Then on the other side, I'm going to kind of kick my hair out, and I'm going to do the same thing. I can use my blow dryer in both hands. I'm not very skilled at it. So here goes. Oh, heat-wise, I'm going to have it so my blow dryer has a cool button, which almost every blow dryer has. It's got, this is the temperature, and then this is the velocity. So you can see, you can hear it, that's a little bit, that's a lot. So we've got velocity setting down here, temperature setting here. When I'm trying to get curl out of my hair or somebody else's hair, you want to use the hot setting. If you have damaged hair, you want to use the medium setting. And then if you have, basically I just want to get it as fast as possible. So I'm going to use a high velocity and high heat. I do have some oil in my hair, so it's a little bit of a heat protectant. I'm not going to be on my hair for very long. Ready? Okay, so 2 of the tricks. One of the tricks is when you get into this underneath part, notice how I'm turning it. That basically gets it to lock into the hair. You want to get a little, you want to turn it until there's enough tension that you can tell you're putting tension on it. Then, second important thing, once you've got that root situation taken care of and you're locked in, there we go. What you want to do is make sure that you're following through all the way to those ends and giving those ends just that little bit of bevel under, that curl, by twisting your round brush around. So you can see the difference between blow drying it nicely and not blow drying it. Okay, other side. Boom, done. Okay, controversial. I'm gonna put a little hair tie in there just to kind of keep it out of my way for the rest of the blow dry. Controversial because I might be making a ponytail kink, but we all know I can get rid of that, so. All right, second level, same thing. You might have noticed my brush change color. When this brush heats up, it turns white. And then as it cools down, it'll turn back to gray and then back to black. Again, straight, crazy. I feel like blow drying is something you learned when you were in 7th grade if you had curly hair. That's when you learned how to blow dry your own hair, and if you didn't have curly hair, there was no need for you to learn that, and so now you have no idea. I didn't learn how to do this until like 2 years ago. I literally couldn't round brush my own hair. So you're not alone. I don't have a home use blow dryer because that's how often I do this, is never. This is my blow dryer from work, so it is a really fancy, expensive blow dryer. It's called a parlux. It's delightful. It's perfectly weighted. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. It's so fast. It's like a wizarding blow dryer, not a muggle blow dryer. So, but work with what you have. Right, the brushes that I use at work. So this brush is made by Unite, which is a company that I work for. The brushes that I use at work are not. They are like the $9 Cricut ones from the beauty supply store. So like I said, you can go high end, you can go low end, as long as you're using equipment that is functional and the right size for your hair. You should have no problem doing this. So this one's actually a 53 millimeter. I could go up. I just don't have a bigger brush at my house. So yeah, these are the ones I use when I teach. All right, last section. This one is the hard one because this is how your hair needs to be. It makes it difficult to see. Plus you want to get a little volume. So what I do on myself is I take sections and I pre-load them onto my brush. So before I ever pick up my blow dryer, my hair is ready to go. I'll do a little squat here. And then what I'm doing here is I'm pulling up, and before it releases, I'm kind of rolling it back down. So I'm giving it a little tug and roll, a tug and roll, okay? My brush is actually hot enough that I don't need the blow dryer to show you what I'm doing. So that's what I'm doing. Again, I'm on top of my head, gonna do the preload. My squats are good. A hairdresser's life is arm day and leg day every day, so. Okay, so we're here. Now I'm gonna find where it decides it wants to part today. Which is usually somewhere over here. And then all I'm gonna do is check and make sure that it flows enough. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So my last little touch is my secret to keeping your bangs out of your face. So I have this little guy that doesn't matter which way I blow dry it, it wants to go the other direction. I have a little bit of side bang action happening right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create an S in my hair. I wanna make sure I get that little guy because he's the one that really needs to be controlled. Okay, so the S, I'm gonna go on top of my hair, across my part the wrong direction. Okay, so let's see if I did it enough where you can see what I'm talking about. Anyways, it kind of does this shape. So when I bring it back across and go under where it's supposed to go, you little jerk hair. It's because I used to pull them out when I was younger. Now I just pay back. Whatever. We'll just let him do what he wants. He's the boss. So, but besides this little fella, you can see how the rest of it now wants to swoop. And now it's nice and straight. So, I'll try not to touch it too much today because it'll get real greasy. Shout out to my freshly growing in baby hairs. So fun. I found like a patch of them the other day that were sticking straight up. It was amazing. But yeah, that's how I blow dry, round brush my own hair. I highly suggest if you are unskilled in this to start with dry hair. It's a lot harder to mess up and get your hair completely twined around your brush if you start with the dry hair. Use a heat protectant. Start with a lower setting on your blow dryer. Start without even turning your blow dryer on. And if you have any questions or comments or concerns, feel free to leave them down below. Like, subscribe. Love you guys. See you soon.